Elara and the Hearthstone.
Once upon a time, a young girl named Elara lived in the heart of a lush, enchanted forest. She was no ordinary girl. Elara had a gift. She could speak to animals and understand their thoughts, a secret she had kept hidden from the nearby village where she lived with her grandmother. Every morning, Elara would wander deep into the forest, where the trees whispered secrets of ancient times and the streams sang melodies of old. Her best friend was a mischievous fox named Fen, with fiery orange fur and eyes sparkled like amber. Fen often brought her news from the farthest corners of the forest, tales of roaming creatures and hidden treasures. One day, Fen arrived breathless, his tail flicking nervously. "Elara," he panted, "there's trouble in the forest. The Hearthstone has been stolen." The Hearthstone was a legendary gem hidden deep within the forest, said to keep the balance of life and magic in their world. Without it, the forest would wither, and the harmony between humans and nature would crumble. Elara's heart sank. "Who could have taken it?" she asked. Fen's ears flattened. A shadowy figure cloaked in black, the bird saw them heading toward the mountains. Determined to save her home, Elara packed a small satchel with essentials and set off with Fen. The journey was perilous, filled with steep cliffs, roaring rivers, and creatures both curious and fearsome. Along the way, they encountered allies, a wise old owl named Orin who provided guidance and a brave stag named Kale who offered his strength. As they neared the mountains, the air grew colder and the landscape turned barren. They finally reached a dark cavern where the shadowy figure awaited. It was a sorcerer, twisted by greed and the desire for power. The Hearthstone glowed faintly. In his grasp, its light dimmed by his dark magic. "You cannot take what does not belong to you," Elara said, her voice steady despite the fear bubbling within her. The sorcerer laughed. "And what can a mere girl do to stop me?" But Elara was not mere. She called upon the strength of her forest friends and the magic of the land she loved. Together, they fought, Fen darting around the sorcerer's feet, Orin swooping down to distract him, and Kale charging with unyielding force. In the chaos, Elara seized the Hearthstone and held it high. Its light burst forth, driving away the sorcerer's darkness. The sorcerer fled, his power broken, and the Hearthstone's light returned to its full brilliance. Elara placed it back in its rightful place at the heart of the forest, and life began to flourish once more. When Elara returned to the village, she was greeted as a hero, but she knew her true home was the forest, where magic thrived and her heart belonged. From that day on, she became its guardian, ensuring the balance would never be broken again. Thank you, and please make sure to like and subscribe.